Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have a video for you guys on an update slash upgrade I did to my 6x12 covered cargo trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the first thing I did. And as you can see this aluminum L here is what I added to my fold down a worktop workbench that I made for inside of my trailer. In a previous video, and I'll link it to this video, I showed you guys how I went ahead and made this right here. So anyway, in order to make the edge of the table a place where, one, I'm not going to get, scraped and scratched on, and two, the edges won't get jacked up because this is a plywood top on top of a old door. It keeps it from getting damaged. So basically I purchased, like I said, this L angle iron here, which is aluminum. But I went ahead and measured and cut the piece here, and instead of, of course I was going to do mitered 45s on the corners, but one little extra step that I did was, instead of cutting this down straight, I only cut the top. Okay, two opposing 45s gives you this nice 90 here. Okay, and then this part right here is actually smooth all the way around. That eliminates a very sharp edge on this corner, which obviously, I could have sanded down, but this smooth wraparound look is much better than having that pointy edge right there. And yeah, I could TIG weld this as well if I wanted to, but I haven't gotten TIG welding yet. I have the machine, I just haven't started practicing with it. But so yeah, so I cut one piece from this corner to about almost center. This is where they tie in together right here, and then I ran another piece, same thing, all the way to the back, right to the end of the tabletop. And as you can see, I went ahead and wrapped this corner as well. And it's actually not that hard to do. Okay, like I said, you cut the opposing 45s, and then when you fold it gently, and you can heat this if you want, just to make it a little bit softer, so when you're bending it, it doesn't either crack on the inside, because I think it would tend to do that. But anyway, like I said, nice smooth transition. I don't have to worry about, when I'm walking around in here and I have lumber material like what I have now up against this side of the trailer, I won't jam myself, in the corner. And like I said, right there is nothing there, and I didn't even sand that down. That's just from bending it. And then of course I used some lattice screws. I think these are the 3/4 inch one with the little flat head, built-in washer on it, which is cool. And yeah, so this becomes really nice and protected when I'm working on here. Plus later on, when I need to clamp something down using hand clamps or a vise, it provides a nice sturdy place to do so, which I believe in the future I'm going to pick up like a small light duty vise, and then I can just drill 2 holes here, bolt it down, maybe one other one here, or put it right on the corner to where it would mount here, and then possibly there. But anyway, that's, like I said, that's another future upgrade. So then I went ahead and started making some other changes, like hanging this 4x8 plywood helper carrier, so that you're not having to stretch your arms all the way down. You put this right here, you put the plywood right in there, and you grab the handle right there, same side you're on. Matter of fact, you can see it in the picture, how the guy's doing it right there. Alright, but it works great. And then I made a spot for my level, my brush that I used to clean up in here, and added a little cubby also on this side here for odds and ends of screws. This was already here from before, but I actually went ahead and reinforced it though with this little piece of aluminum on a 45, just to give it added strength. Even though alone with the 3 screws in the back, this because it's metal and it's a 90. There's not enough weight from all these screw boxes and stuff like that to pull it down really hard. But I figured, you know what? Let me just go ahead and add that on there anyway, and just for added security. And this is just one of my pouches I used to work with. And like I said, and then this is my what do you call it? Pocket hole saw jig that I made, just mounting the pocket hole saw attachment to a piece of plywood. Found a good place right underneath here for it, because this trailer, while it's parked here at home, I can also use this as my mobile shop, if you will. And I went ahead and added this little bin set here for different types of screws. And like I said, I had an empty spot right there, and I said, you know what, that would be a good place for that. And I had bought this long time ago to use in my garage, and then I remembered it. I'm like, oh crap, let me get that and bring it out here. So that's what I did. And right now I do have some hardware in there, some screws and stuff like that. You can see it has many different containers. There's 8 of those right here, and there's 2, 4, 6, 8 of the small ones, one big long one down here. And also I said, you know what, I need to secure this, because when the trailer's moving and I'm hitting, the trailer's going up on an angle on one side, these drawers will slide in and out. Okay, so I came up with this idea, and I took this 550 cord right here and attached it up here with just a little wire connector, crimped it right there, put a little nut and bolt right there. That way I can drop it down straight down the middle. And all I did down here is put a screw right there going down, enough that this rope can wrap around there, comes across, and then I put another screw right there, and comes up right halfway, all the way up, and then I put another nut and bolt right there, and just, you clove hitch it up there, boom. Now this can go back and forth. And of course I'm probably going to come up with something for these guys. Although, yeah, I can see if any bouncing around may cause them to just come out. So I might come up with something that's like use a Zeus fastener or a snap to just like a strap to go down to here, or to this guy right here, and that way those will be secured during movement also. And I also added a power strip from the main power box that's in here. Okay, so my feed's coming in, through here, which is part of the other video, and supplies power over here. This side is reserved for this light, LED shop light. And so I figured, you know what, since this is already, always going to be used, I'm still going to need somewhere to plug in tools while I'm working in here. And instead of just, constantly plugging and unplugging, I said, you know what, let me put a permanent power strip here. And that's what I did. So here it is right here, just loops around. It's clamped all the way down the wall right there, as you can see. Comes all the way underneath there. And it lives right underneath here. All right. And it's a four plug power strip, which is plenty for working in here. And it has a built-in breaker right there. So this is and it's also the on and off. But like right now I have my radio plugged into it, and that's the little plug for the compressor, which is below the bench right there. And then this right here is a 12 gauge power cord that I made. You can see it's right there. All right, and what that does, and that has also two plugs, so that when I'm working outside of the trailer, for example, like there's my table saw right there, and I can just take the table saw power cord and plug it into the extension, that I made, and it's worked great so far. Like I said, I've had the the table saw outside plugged into that right there, and I've had my cut-off saw, my chop saw, my Delta chop saw right there, plugged into it. Now, of course, not using both at the same time, but using one at a time. Not once did it trip that, because the power coming into this trailer on that wire up there is getting power from the house off of a 20 amp circuit. So like I said, I got 20 amps coming in here, and all the tools that I use in here, none of them can go past like 15 amps, which the table saw is 15.5. I think my this chop saw right here that I have mounted on my Harbor Freight stand is I think about the same. It's either this one's actually I think 12 or 13 amps power. But anyway, so yeah, so far this has been working great, because I've been out here working and on little projects, which one of which is this also right here that I made, this upgrade. Check this out. Okay, a nice little drawer I made just using scrap plywood. Matter of fact, this is 1/2 inch plywood that I used, and some 2x4 pieces to create down supports on both sides. As you can see, there's the other one right there, and and I had these guides already. And a lot of times when I do jobs, and sometimes they want to get rid of like old drawers or something, I always keep the guides because I know I'm gonna end up using them sometime in the future. So hey, and there you go. And of course, as I was organizing stuff in here and making this upgrade on this side right here behind me with the benches, I said, you know what, it would be great if I could make a drawer, hang it in that space, either on the left or on the right, wherever it was going to be more practical. Obviously up there would be too high on a top shelf. Down below, I may still make another drawer just like that one right here in this spot that will house maybe some air tools, like my little brad nailer, and I have another nailer just like this one. It's the stapler. So anyway, like I was saying, I could make another drawer down there because this drawer is pretty deep. All right, I don't know if you can see it, but it goes down, if I measured it correctly, I think it was like 22, almost 23 inches deep. It's 15 inches across, and you can see that for right now. I mean, this is where I'm putting my my drill bit sets, my impact gun, my 1/4 inch impact driver, I should say, bits right here. Got some brad nails right there for right now, and some other containers with tools that I use. So, and it's perfect. All right. So same thing here. You got I had to think about security. So this is what feature I came up with. Okay. So I was thinking about putting a handle on here. I said, you know what? When I finished and I reached under here, there's a little piece of wood that goes across over here that I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't need to put a handle there, just to keep something else from sticking out, because it can close it, and I can just grab it here and pull it, and then push it to close it. And then to secure it, I came up with this handy dandy idea. This is an old pull-up rod for a faucet, bathroom faucet, and I just happened to have it, saw it. I'm like, you know what? That'll work pretty cool. And if you look right there in the side of the drawer hanger, right there, there's a little oval hole right here. So guess what? I drilled a hole into the drawer, found a drill bit that was same size as this, so slightly larger, and then boom. Now the drawer won't come forward when I'm pulling the trailer, or I'm lifting the front up for whatever reason. It's secure. It won't come forward. And when I need to use it, just pull it out. I made a little hole for it right there. Stick it right in the hole so it doesn't get lost. Boom. Right on. All right. And then last, what I did also was these two hooks. I mounted these two hooks right here. Actually, three. This little hook right here is for my hammer, on my tool belt for my hammer, my carpenter hammer. And then these two hooks right here, this one and this one, I put to go ahead and secure my sheetrock square, which is this big long piece right here. And then this is the plywood 4x8 circular saw guide. So when you're making straight cuts, you clamp this down on the plywood and you can use your circular saw and it'll give you a nice cut. It does the same thing as like track saws. I mean, yeah, that you can buy and you can use to help circular saws so you make straight cuts. Well, same thing. All right, but yeah, so there you go, guys. Another upgrade addition for my 6x12 enclosed cargo trailer. And there's definitely going to be more coming up. And like I said, I will keep posting them for you guys to see. So maybe to give you some ideas, if you have a trailer and you're thinking about organizing and making it work more efficient for you, this is one of the things you can do. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and don't forget to hit that bell button so that you can get notifications of when I upload new videos. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll check you out on the next one. Take care. Bye.